Alright, so this is a thing. Well, fuck, but... Alright, people. Alright, people. So, I know I have criticized Critical Drinker, Geeks and Gamers, and all those lamos. All those R words. And I have never actually live watched an episode from Geeks and Gamers. And if you see, well, let's do this. This is the hallmark of a bad right-wing, what's fucking, what do you call it? Something like that. You see Trump being glad and smiling. Right? And this, we're never going to get tired of this. No, we're never going to get tired of this. And also the tears. There's also always the tears. And you have the chief in, look at him. He is on the top of a mountain. He's on the Paramount Mountain and he's top of it. So, God damn, Geeks and Gamers fucking sucks. Alright, let's watch this. Let's watch this travesty. Two travesties. I'm a travesty too, but I admit it. Okay, let's watch this piece of shit talk. God damn it. I took a shower, right? That's why my hair is like that. And I have an acne there, okay? But so the quality is gonna be kind of more shitty. But I have to see myself, you know? But this is a reaction to the prettiest boy in prom. Geeks and Gamers. Look at him. He's so beautiful. Alright, I'm sorry.
Up to this point, Paramount's not going to make some like overly far right-wing entertainment. They're just going to make more entertainment that seems more focused on middle America.
What is middle America? What is middle America?
The far left is reacting, going, "You're making things for middle America. It's far right propaganda."
That fucking asshole immediately fucks up. So he's talking about not like far left. It's mid-America, not far left. Using the word far left. But what about left? You know, the far left is demonized. They're Antifa, even though Antifa means anti-fascism. Antifa is like terrorists. And this is childish, I know this is childish, but look at his face. Look, you do understand what I'm talking about, right? Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna try to be grown up.
Like, what are you talking about? You people are fucking broken in the brains, man.
And land in the lap of Paramount. I mean, there are basically two things happening here. One is that the Ellisons and Paramount needed Warner more. Paramount is it's seen in the industry as too small to survive on its own.
MSNBC, yeah.
It's got Yellowstone.
It's like,
Shut
shut the fuck up. It's like if I am reacting to Fox News, you know. He's reacted to him. I'm from Norway, I'm Norwegian, and we have something called NRK, which is a state-governed news station, sort of, kind of. It is shitty entertainment, but the news is great. I remember, goddamn, this is true. I remember in 2011, July 22, 2011. I don't have a problem remembering the date, but I have a problem because in America you say the date differently, so that's why. Anders Behring Breivik was a guy who killed 77 people, I believe, and 69 children or teens. And I remember watching this in 2011, summer 2011. I did this actively, like I saw the news from every news station except from the Norwegian one. So CNN, BBC and everything. And they talked about terrorists. They talked about 9/11, talked about this, talked about that. The one news station, oh, well, I'll give the other news stations in Norway credit too. Never talked about brown people, never talked about terrorists. In those days, there were terrorists for the brown people, you know, and everything. Well, nothing. And then we saw the terrorist, and he was white as fuck from the best part of Oslo. So I'm just saying, Norway has a much better neutral way of telling news to people. In America, it's all this rubbish. So I even though I agree with MSNBC, I do. I still, see it as a partisan, non-partisan, partisan channel like Fox News is. Anyway, I'm sorry. That was thoughtful and grown-up talk. I'm sorry. This is for this child to shine.
In this world of streaming apps, like how many apps are you going to have on your phone, and do you have Paramount Plus? And so they felt that they just need Warner, need HBO Max.
So forget these clowns for a minute. I just kind of wanted to show you the way that they were approaching it. And let's get a more level-headed take from the critical drinker who uploaded a video this morning talking about this Paramount.
Let's get more of a level-headed take from Critical Drinker. I had a Critical Drinker video where some guy said in the comment section, there's some long story. I was fucked up at the time, so I didn't quite, when you're fucked up, you can't read everything or anything. But he was a liberal. And he told me, wrote that he was torn into this critical drinker thing, and that more and more drinker started criticizing left-leaning movies like politics, and more praising right-leaning, and then the fucking Ben Shapiro chat, or what's it called, whatever. That, and Critical Drinker started praising those films, and it's from the horse's mouth, I guess. But level-headed, this piece of shit, this piece of fucking filth, level-headed, if to this little pig asshole, and childish remarks, I don't care. That fucker right there. There's something about that fucker right there.
Wins.
There we go.
This is huge. This is a huge shift culturally, and not for the reasons that the left-wingers are saying either.
And call me Shirley, because this story seems to have more twists and turns than an Agatha Christie novel. Just when you thought it was over,
too much,
along
man.
comes a last-minute play to completely change the game. It seemed like only yesterday I was reporting on the sale of Warner Brothers to Netflix after an intense bidding war with Paramount in a $100 billion mega deal.
First of all, it's difficult to listen to his talking, Critical Drinker, when he talks about films, all right, but he talks about things like this way he's talking. I think he's trying to do the whole Mr. Plinkett thing from Red Letter Media. I think that's his thing. But when he's talking about this, it's I don't. So I'll try to. So I'll shut the fuck up for a moment and try to. Yes.
article that seemed to signal a shift in the balance of power in Hollywood. The beginning of the end for both the studio system and the theatrical release model, as all the major players were slowly being gobbled up and absorbed into the streaming giants.
And it should be noted that this is not just a conservative situation or a Trump administration situation. Everyone was against Netflix getting Warner Brothers. Most Hollywood...
Shut the fuck up. All right, I wasn't one of them. I know, I agree with the pig on this one. That everyone was against the Netflix buying Warner Bros. I weren't one of them. I wasn't, and I told people so on my YouTube shorts. It's now later that I've started to make longer videos, but I made it on YouTube shorts, so I guess it didn't get the reach I get now, like 3 people. But the point is, people, I fucking said it. Netflix buying Warner Brothers is a good thing. And they said so to you crybabies many, many times. We are interested in Warner Brothers because of the theatrical release thing. We want to try that. That's why we're buying it. But no, every cinephile made a whole deal around that. Oh no, Netflix. And now like fuckers like, I'm sorry, non-fuckers like that can... You were wrong about the Netflix thing, and shame on you.
Natives, most of the actors, everyone seemed to be against Netflix in this situation. Now, of course, the narrative is going to flip because, of course, you have Orange Man Bad involved in it. But if you go back to when it looked like Netflix was going to get Warner Brothers, everyone was against this, politics aside. And that is going to get lost in all of this now, because now the whole narrative is flipped that conservatives and Trump own all of entertainment and media now.
But they do, though.
Interesting how that has suddenly shifted. They had no problem when the left had control of it, but now suddenly, and I don't even think this is conservatives controlling it.
Shut the fuck up. But the left hasn't. Fuck it. Who made Jimmy Kimmel? Jimmy Kimmel was cancelled because he said something sweaty, bleak, like the comment he made. I don't remember it. It's like the least offensive thing ever, but no, he's gone. Trump has said many times that he wants to cancel this and that and this channel. CNN sucks, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Democrats haven't been fascists, haven't called women journalists pigs, haven't. There's different sides here, you know. But hey, when you support a fascist, you're not a fascist.
This is just someone that doesn't line up with the far left-wing craziness, and so everybody's fuck Norwegian. I'm Norwegian. Demonizing. Thank you. Demonizing the left wing. This is what Trump does all the time too. Far left, far this, far that. I'm left. I'm not far left. I'm in the middle in Norway. Arbeiderpartiet, AP. You don't know what that means. The few Norwegians who watches this, they don't. They know. My father, he's on the right. I am on the left. But our parties are like this. So this is like the right. This is the left, right? Me and my father votes like this. So I'm right, left, and he is left, right. So, but again, Norway is a communist, socialist, Marxist, Leninist, Stalinist country, blah, right?
But then Paramount took a look at the situation
I hate
and
that voice.
decided...
Maybe so, sir. But not today.
and promptly upped their bid to a frankly ludicrous $111 billion, at which point Netflix decided, yeah, fuck that, bro, we're out. And just like that, Paramount pulled victory from the jaws of defeat, seeing off Netflix in an exercise of raw financial power. But what the hell does this even mean for the future of filmmaking, theatrical releases, and the massive slate of IPs and divisions under the Warner Brothers umbrella? Because let's not mince words here.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the. So this is the problem. The Geeks and Gamers is using what is critical drinker as like a source of facts or like scientifics. Why is he using that source? What is it a source? What kind of a source has he used? 3.5 minutes. It's 10 minutes. 10 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Control a pretty massive slice of the meat.
But I know that I've criticized this beautiful person, this insanely beautiful person. Wow, he gets laid. Wow. I have criticized him and I've been childish about it. So I thought I should watch some. I have watched his videos, but it's a long time ago and I don't like to do that. But he's so pretty. Sorry, less childish. He's incredibly smart.
Yeah, landscape. Not just entertainment IPs, movies and TV shows, but news networks as well. What are they going to do with all this power and influence?
Okay. That was a reference to Big Trouble in Little China. That's a great film, by the way. That's a great film. John Carpenter, Big Trouble in Little China. It was a flop. Great fucking film. Never liked Simpsons, but I don't know why. Not political, but I never liked Simpsons.
Consider the man at the top of this particular pyramid, David Ellison, the billionaire owner of Paramount Skydance, and Larry Ellison, the world's third richest man with a net worth of almost $250 billion.
You know what? I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna change. He's using that meme all the time, by the way. Critical
decades, and David was keen to expand his business empire. And one quick and efficient way to do that was to buy out the struggling Paramount Pictures, which was the studio equivalent of a fixer-upper. It had lots of valuable IPs and networks under its control, but years of bad decisions and corporate restructures meant that it no longer had the resources and confidence to exploit them. That's great and all, but you might think that the FCC would have a thing or two to say about such a huge merger of corporations, especially when it comes to news channels like CBS on the line. Not to worry though, because as it turns out, David is good pals with the man in the White House, and I kind of like to imagine the conversation played out something like this.
It's gonna be funny.
What do you want?
Hey Don, any chance you could lean on the FCC and get them to approve that Skydance merger for me? I sure would appreciate it, buddy.
I don't know about that, Dave. People might have questions.
Well, if you could make this happen, I'll fire everyone at CBS and replace them with people who only say nice things about you.
Consider it done.
Cheers, bro. And so, approval was granted and the deal went ahead. Paramount became Paramount Skydance and David set his sights on his next target.
Now, again, this is what you have to understand. This is why the election of 2024, it transcended politics because it was everything. This is all goes back to the 2024 election, and it shows the power that Donald Trump has, not just as the president, but Donald Trump as the president has more power than any other person as the president. He just does.
Okay. Warner Brothers, another studio
Is he
with a
for or
shitload of
against
potential
Trump?
and a ton of IPs that it's mostly too stupid or too incompetent to properly exploit.
Oh, okay.
And funnily,
So they show a picture or video of James Gunn. He's a progressive and he's a liberal, so. But they are for Trump? I think so. If they're against, I'll give them that. You know, I'm gonna try to stay neutral with that lovely face.
enough news network in need of reconfiguring.
Oh, God damn it.
Mastas designfilosofi handler om å skape ro
You know what?
og la deg fokusere på det som er viktig. Utviklet med omtanke.
It's a commercial about a fucking car. But I'll say that if those buggers, those pretty people are against Trump. I'll give them that, but it doesn't seem like it though. And I gotta pause at this. Pause it. Like, I'm not joking. It's difficult to listen to Critical Drinker because he's too fast. You know, what's his face? What's up, you beautiful bastards? That guy, Franco, the Phil DeFranco, is that? He talks fast too, and English is my second language. And I think if it's a strong dialect or they're too fast, I have a bit of a problem, you know. Also, this beautiful fucking face. Okay, this is childish. How does it not look like he has a giant dildo up his ass? I'm not gonna say anything. Anyway, I know it's childish, but they are worse. That's the point. Oh, fuck, I took down... what's the sound?
know if I can do this a second time, Dave.
They have CNN.
We've got a deal.
The upshot of all this is that I wouldn't expect too many regulatory hurdles for this particular deal. And if you happen to be a big fan of CNN...
You'll be seeing a lot of changes around here.
But what does it mean for the entertainment side of things, which is what we're really interested in here?
Oh, we're not
Based on
interested in the
Allison's
news
previous
now.
work as a producer for
Because the
Skydance,
news
it's
are
not difficult
fucked.
to see where his creative sensibilities lie. He's very much an action guy with a heavy leaning towards male-driven properties with traditional heroes. And how can I put this? I don't think he's exactly a big fan of the message. In fact, considering Paramount Plus is rapidly turning into the
I hate the message. I hate the message. I understand completely what they're talking about. I hate the message. The message is about woke. And I hate that everyone is like have different colors and that there are people with different like it's like boys on boys. That doesn't work, does it now? So the message, I get it. Woke, right? It's woke.
Taylor Sheridan network. I think it's fair to say this guy's...
I haven't slept. This guy keeps me up. And you know what? Truth is, I hate sleeping. It's less productive. God damn it.
Middle America for what it is, a potentially huge market that's been badly neglected in recent years, mostly by people who absolutely hate.
Tyler Sheridan, that's interesting, because he has been on record by criticizing the woke thing. I like Tyler Sheridan. Sicario is great, by Denis Villeneuve, of course, but Sicario 2 is great. Hell on High Water is good, really good. I particularly have a soft spot for... Oh, goddamn, I love the film. The one with... Fucking hell. Hell, okay, so when I try to remember things, I go through the alphabet. Wind River, alphabet. If you're in doubt, use the alphabet. Wind River. That's a great film.
And this right here is the point. This is not some far right wing.
Yes, it
by
is.
the standard of the left.
Yes, it
Anything
is.
that's not lunatic left is far right wing. So
You see what he's doing? Both are demonizing the left. the far left lunatic, whatever, or the far left lunatics, they are calling us this and that, and they're crazy. We're not crazy. That's what he's saying. They're crazy. We're not crazy. They are crazy. We're not crazy.
According to the left, yes, this is far right-wing propaganda, but according to anybody that's not retarded, like people...
He is so eloquent. The way all the facts he has, all the facts, calling things retarded. And it's wow. I want this guy for president. You know what? And as I said 1,000 times before, Republican or Democrat, it's none of my business what kind of president you choose in your country. Except for now, with Trump. That's my business. That's the whole world's business. Iran. Oh, God.
Far left, this is just, it's a shift back to normalcy. However, I
What is
don't
normalcy?
feel like it's going to be completely normal. I think you're still going to see things that you don't like.
Okay, so here's the
It's gonna
point.
bother you.
Shut the fuck up. So he's talking about normalcy. All right, so let's think that. Like, okay, so if he gets normalcy, whatever he defines normalcy as of now in this video, will he be satisfied? Do you think he will be satisfied when he gets his normalcy? Or do you think it will go a little bit further every time? Well, I don't like this now. I don't like this now. Now I don't like this. You know what? Films were great in the 80s, but, in the 60s, those were the days, right? The grass is always greener, and if you're a kind of piece of shit like that, I don't want to walk on the same grass, man.
But that's kind of how the normal world should be. It shouldn't be a far right-wing message and a far right-wing narrative. It should just get us back to the middle of the road. And
What is the middle of the
because we're so hypersensitive to so many things with identity politics and all of that,
Who are the hypersensitive, really? And that's the narrative the right has. Oh, the leftists. How many times are the right getting worked up about nothing? And they are faced with facts, and then they start to insult. I'm not that smart, but I've seen debates about much smarter people than me. I would have punched that guy. And I'm sorry, I have to admit, I would have punched that guy. But I'm not that smart. But, takes one to know one, right?
going to see these things stand out like a sore thumb, but it is a good move. It's a net positive for sure. It's just not the net positive that a lot of people maybe are hoping, and it's also not the insanity that the left-wingers are saying either.
Insanity.
If there was a
Left-wingers, insanity.
Their interests. Now, as you can probably surmise, the prospect of a multi-billionaire with conservative leanings merging two of the biggest studios in Hollywood together under his personal control went down about as well as expected with the...
Isn't that sort of the thing also that a lot of people get, like Jordan Peterson, he never says he's right-wing, but he is, in every sense of the way. And I get this sort of feeling here too. It's like, I don't know this asshole enough, and I don't wanna. But I start to recognize the words that they're using over and over again. And I can see how the guy who commented on my video that he was left-wing and he got into these assholes. I can see that in the way that they are using the words. And here's the thing. Either they believe what they're saying and they're idiots, or they don't believe what they're saying and they're lying.
Joe Crowds.
Again? Look.
Oh dear.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a bit scary when you don't have an...
This is my problem.
Oh, went down about as well as expected with the usual crowds.
Look at this. People. Come here now. I have a temper. All right. So, what do you see? What do you see? Is there a man there? Only women. Only pussies. This is a meme from 2017 or 16, I believe. That's old. I don't know about the other ones, but they're all women. And this smart-ass critical drinker, I saw the last video, the Last Jedi video he made. I'm a fan of The Last Jedi, I love it. And I were giving him the benefit of the doubt, but then the Rose character was introduced. And he called her Shrek, and he called her this, he called her that, blah, blah, blah. And I know these farts are protecting, defending the prequels. And it's like Jar Jar Binks all again, you know. He was hated, but now he's loved. But now it's Rose, she sucks. You know, is it woman? No, that's a man. I don't know what he identifies as, but he is a huge fucking pussy. That's for sure. Oh, I hate this. I hate this people. I fucking hate them. Oh, there we go.
Oh dear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh dear.
You don't have an absolute stranglehold on modern culture and have to compete with other creators that don't share your particular worldview, isn't it? Pass me the world's smallest violin, will you? I mean, considering Ellison owns Paramount already, the first order of business should have been to nuke Kurtzman Trek from orbit, decanonize
Okay, I agree with
the
the Star Trek thing. That's awful. That's
the
awful.
world and have the entire secret hideout team forcibly escorted out of the building. Fuck it, you can just...
Star Trek Into Dark. No, the show. The show that came out in whatever, 2017. I hated that show. I hated it. So I haven't seen anything at TNG, motherfucker. Anyway.
Buy out their contracts if you have to. Not like you're...
But again, if those motherfuckers have seen TNG starting Next Generation, Gene Roddenberry, they will know how progressive their mentality like it was. Like the 60s show, TOG, I don't know what they call it, like the first Star Trek show. It's only like dated because it was in the 60s, but if you go watch that series with the mind that you're from the 60s, it's pretty fucking progressive, you know?
Money, but whatever you do, just get those useless retards out of there. But what about Warner Brothers' other...
Or retards. Retards. Yeah, take it back, you know, freedom of speech. You can be able to say retard. Whoa, it's big, strong men. Fuck you all.
IPs like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, and the entire DCU. Well, I'd be lying if I said I was disappointed they weren't...
I want to punch the
under
TV, I'm not
Netflix's
joking,
control.
I want to punch the TV.
Jesus, could you even begin to imagine what a Netflix adaptation of Lord of the Rings would look like? We may just have dodged the biggest bullet in entertainment history. Wouldn't get too comfortable in that Warner Brothers office if I were you, James. That being said, I'm not going to pretend that this is an ideal outcome by it.
Yes, James Gunn. James Gunn is going nowhere. Fuck James Gunn. He's progressive, it's liberal, you know, what I thought about Superman 2025, it's fine. But, you know, it's a new, and I kind of like the Snyderverse more, even though it's kind of more uneven, but it has some sort of personality. But so does James Gunn too. But the Superman was fine.
Stretch, and I don't particularly love the idea of independent studios merging together into homogenous mega corporations because let's be honest, it's bad for competition and bad for creativity.
Survival of the fittest.
On the other hand, if ever there was a definitive signal that the age of identity politics and the message has come to an end in Hollywood, I think this just might be it.
Nope.
It is. I mean, the
Again,
shift we have
again.
seen in recent years.
This is the thing, boys. They're always doing the same thumbnail. Is it based on this? I guess I agree this is too much, right? Sometimes I want to punch the left too, but all the thumbnails you're making is like someone crying. Stop doing that. Stop doing the crying thing.
Is pretty incredible.
Look at him.
I think it's going to take still more time for sure for us to really see this, because I mean, even like Twitter is a perfect example. When Elon bought Twitter, he cleaned house. At least that's what we perceived it. Elon is going to clean house and it's going to be this amazing place, yada yada yada. But that's not really like Twitter is better. Certainly is better, but it's not like the most incredible thing ever. Twitter still has a ton of problems. There's a ton of censorship still on Twitter, and it's still just not what we all hoped it to be. And I think that's what this Paramount thing.
This is the thing. He's saying some things that makes me want to research more on where he stands. But no, I get the gist of it. But there's certain things I want to like. But I sort of kind of guess where he's going. But some things, but I'm not.
Will ultimately become is going to be something that there's still going to be a ton of problems, and people that have high expectations for this to be a MAGA right-wing movement are going to be disappointed. And the people on the left, well, I mean, they're already mentally retarded, and they're going to be disappointed no matter what.
Did he call the MAGA movement mentally retarded? Did he? No. Demonize it. I want to punch him. I have a temper.
So they're going to invent this is some right-wing narrative already. So it really doesn't matter what those freaks think. But then you're going to have people in the middle. And like I said, with Twitter, we constantly point out how terrible Twitter is and all the problems. And that's just kind of the nature.
Okay. I'm gonna stop it now because he has nothing more about it. This is why I think it's so fun to make fun of this creature, because he's so confident, so stupid at the same time. This is like the person you see, like the trolls, like this, like the worst thing you can be is stupid and confident, you know. And this motherfucker. That's why I don't have a problem with calling him like a hemorrhoid, you know, like some glitch, something happened there. Because he calls everybody. He calls the left this, he calls this, that. They talk and call out women. Like, do you think that person have ever fucked somebody without paying? Look at him. He still wears that fucking hat. Anyway, bye.
Courageous American heroes may be lost and we may have casualties.
Give us one fucking casualty, Trump. Give us one casualty. And that's you.